Well, good morning, all. This rainy Sunday morning, and been off for a little while here, working, and obviously there's been a lot going on. Recently, Maxime Bernier resigned or quit the Conservative Party. Now, Trudeau's got to go. That's no doubt. I'm not going to get into a long, protracted speech about Scheer or Maxime Bernier. Personally, I like Maxime. I like what he said on Twitter, and I think he said everything that most of us would have loved to say in public had anybody listened to us. He's got the ear, we don't. So, I mean, Trudeau was running this country into the ground off the rails. If there's an anti-Canadian out there, that would be Justin Trudeau himself. I mean, for all the bullshit that man has pulled, that boy, kid has pulled, I do not know how he has not been up on treason charges. And I mean, I mean that seriously. I'm not kidding. You can't run a country into the ground like this. And Gerald Butts and all the rest of the MPs share the blame, but Trudeau the most, because he's the kind of mouthpiece. You can't say the mouthpiece because he doesn't talk properly. I hear so much about Trump. Oh, look at Trump, look at Trump. And I'm talking from Canada here, from Vancouver area. And I'm like, okay, well, you people really better start looking at home here. We don't pay taxes in the South, but we do pay taxes here. Now, what Trudeau has done with Scheer's benefit, the Conservative Party, support them for the NAFTA agreement, which basically, I mean, the Liberals, you know, they're going to throw that back in the Conservatives' face. I mean, I thought that was a stupid move, this unity, look, unified as Canada. Nobody gives a shit, okay? Nobody cares. Trudeau's ruining the country, and these guys want to hold hands out in the street and sing Kumbaya and say, yeah, we all want tariffs and now we're going to start a trade war. I mean, get a grip, realistically. I mean, I'm simplifying it a lot, and obviously my frustration level is pretty high. Because I see some really bad things coming here. Why are we so expensive here? I mean, Maxime Bernier, obviously, the dairy marketing board, which is, and I mean that's a big one. I mean, obviously, because we pay more for milk for some odd reason. They say, you've heard it, all the arguments, and I mean it's all bullshit. I mean, we pay more money for the same product they use in the United States, milk. So, like, what is the issue? Why don't we get rid of it? Our cell phones, just you go through it. Our gasoline, the carbon. I mean, you take a look at it, and that's not even amounting the illegal immigrants that we're housing in freaking hotels. I go out here and I take a look. Just down the street, we've got 10 people sleeping out in the rain that are Canadian, that got no place to go. And they can get no help. They've basically fallen through the cracks. They've got no place to live. They've got no vehicle. They've got no ID. So now they're no longer citizens. They're just dropped out of sight. How does that happen? But yet, here we are having people come from the freaking United States of America as refugees. Does anybody really believe that? Anybody? I guess I should rephrase it. Is anybody stupid enough to believe that? And I mean, you hear the rhetoric about Trump and all this. You'd better start to wake up and have a look at what Trump's actually doing in the United States, because he's doing a whole fuck of a lot better than our yo-yo up here, Trudeau. I mean, they can do what they want. I don't give a goddamn how we look in the world. I could care less. If most people can't feed their family, can't pay their bills, they don't give a shit about anything else. So you take care of your people first. And I feel dumb even having to say this to people. You know, oh, well, we got to look good. Yeah, that's all great and fine when we all got 100,000 in the bank and we can go around and look at all these other things. Yeah, we can help people. We don't. What about these 10 people out here? And not just right in my area. How many people are there? Why aren't we helping them? Yeah, because that doesn't attract media attention. That doesn't get you votes. That's why. And I see all these do-gooders, these SJWs, who are saying about illegal immigrants, about, you know, refugees, and that, oh, help them, help them. Those people are the ones walking by these homeless people. Where the hell are they? You want to talk about a freaking hypocrite? That's about as hypocritical as you can get. Love to debate that one. We'll go out into the street, we'll invite all the homeless people, and you can tell them why you forgot about them. Why people from another country who never pay taxes here are all of a sudden more important than the people who are trying to just eat from day to day and stay warm. In Canada. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. In Canada. So, how the hell did we get here? And for those of you who don't quite understand it, the groper, the village idiot, and I'm talking Trudeau, if you haven't already figured that out, when you lead without a clue, that's it. And why do you think the free speech has gone to hell? Because if you've got people actually speaking out against stupidity, he's going to look really stupid. He paid the CBC, the first thing he did, and that would probably come from butts there. Oh yeah, we'll give the CBC a big raise, and really push the local news as Canadian. Yeah, and they'll support us. So now we got liberal propaganda machines, of course. Squash everybody else. Take a look what's happening on YouTube. You know, look who's getting banned. Alex Jones. Whether you like him or hate him, I don't care. It's right. If you don't want to listen to him, don't tune in. It's plain and simple. Jesus, we're not kids. It's like, and I don't want to sound like I'm lecturing people. I'm just angry that I've actually got to say, and not the people that are listening, because probably like Joe Hazelton, another YouTuber that I watch, and he's from out east there on the East Coast. You know, the echo chamber, you know, we're already, you know, preaching to the choir, so to speak. But I'm hoping that I get people that disagree and they listen to this and they'll get offended and start an argument or start a discussion, something. Like, wake the hell up. Like, you know, I don't know what walk of life you people come from who voted for this frickin' moron. I don't know what your views are in the world. Open your eyes. Have a look around, for Christ's sakes. Right in your own backyard. What the hell is wrong with that picture? Go to the grocery store. Go south to the States. Have a look at the price difference. Why? Look at how their economy is doing. Ours sucks. You really think all these jobs, these part-time jobs, we lost 66,000 full-time jobs. The average wage is like $12.50 an hour. Here at $13.50 in the city of Vancouver, that is what most people are working for. $13.50 to $14.50 with the cost of everything. That's a fact. So where are all these people? And most people are so freaking tired that are working for 14. They just get inundated by what's happening in the politics. Because they're working all the time and they're worried about paying the bills, which I guess is the best way to keep them if you don't want any uprisings. You know, keep the guns out of their hands, keep them poor. That way they'll have to work really hard and they won't have to worry about anything else. The grand plan. That's awesome. You know, whether you believe that's a conspiracy theory or not, that's up to you. But if you think that's a conspiracy theory, you really ought to get out of the house. You really ought to go out and talk to people. You really ought to go out and see what people are working for, how they live, how they're paying their bills, how they're trying to enjoy some life. In Canada here, the supposed bastion of freedom, which is another crock of total bullshit. It's not. We lost that. So, you know, how do we convince people that Trudeau he's un-Canadian? He's a traitor. The man is a traitor. And I don't know how else to put it. I don't like saying that. But when you've got a guy that's done all the stupid shit that he's done, I would have, anybody else, the guy working for me in the job sites out with places where I've worked, been a foreman, he'd have been fired. No, there's no just stand in front of there and cry in bed. You're gone. Go to the house. You're done. You know, maybe you can start another career someplace else, but you ain't doing no goddamn good here. And you're not helping anybody. And that's a fact. That's what the man's done. Nothing other than make a fool out of the whole country. And a fool out of people who are actually dumb enough to back him. Because, you know, he made Harper look pretty good. I have my problems with Harper. But I didn't vote for Trudeau, for damn sure. Never would. His dad, and I'm old enough to remember his dad. And I mean, Pierre did a few good things, you know, but Justin is, you want to see the term useless. You want to see what it means, the definition of useless. Take a look at the dictionary. That would be Justin Trudeau's picture right beside the term useless. That would be referencing what the meaning is. Justin Trudeau, useless. So let's go from there. Now let's start talking about the MPs. Catherine McKenna. There's a woman that's about out of touch. Yeah. Now we got Krista Freeland. Yeah, we should start negotiating the NAFTA. Like, where the hell is she from? And you referenced my previous video. I said that 3 months before this happened, how this was going to go down. And it happened exactly like that. Now we're looking in the window wondering, gee whiz, I wonder what the United States and Mexico are up to. Yeah. Don't we feel stupid? And we should. That's embarrassing. And if you're not embarrassed, that means you haven't been paying goddamn attention very much. So, how do we fix this? That means we got to get together. Now, I don't care if you vote for Maxine. I don't know if he's going to get a party up. If Andrew Scheer, definitely not the NDP. They're about as far out there as the Liberals. That Jagmeet Singh, don't know, never seen the man, don't know nothing about him till he gets into Parliament. I don't understand voting for him. So, and the NDP, since Tom Mulcair went totally off the freaking rails. So, pipeline, another favorite topic. Yep. I was against the government buying, I'm not against the pipeline. I'm against the government buying the pipeline, especially these idiot liberals. Yes, you know, the guys that started the bank up, you know, that infrastructure bank or whatever the hell they called it. The guys that bought you M1. I mean, Christ almighty, there is like a laundry list. It's like you didn't do laundry for 10 years. And you can't even open up the front door of your house because things are going to fall on you. That's how long of a list the Liberals got in 3 years. Congratulations. This is where we're at. And it's not going to get any better. Because if Trump drops the tariffs on us, the auto tariffs, well, we're going to sting. And it ain't because Trudeau was a hero and he's standing up to Trump, because he's not. All he's doing is sitting there basically trying to look like he's tough when actually he hasn't got a clue. So don't mistake tough for clueless, because that's what he is, clueless. Calling all of us racists? Really? He better come over to my neighborhood and check out what the Syrians are doing here. There ain't, out of 15 families, there ain't one of them that have integrated. There's 2 men out of the 15 that speak English. All the rest of them, the wives, I actually get to talk to one of the wives. One of the guys speaks English. She refuses to learn English. She doesn't want to. She said, no, not learn English. There it is. Now, how many are out there like that? Oh, that's right. The Liberals lost track of the refugees, and conveniently so. I guess that you lose track of stuff there. That way nobody can hold you accountable. So that way you just look irresponsible, not stupid. But in my book, irresponsible, stupid kind of run really close together. And I hope that is with everybody else. Anyways, that's the rant for the day. I mean, I'm not happy. We'll see what unfolds. But the main thrust has got to be getting this frickin' idiot out of office, Trudeau, and all the rest of the Liberals, and send them to freaking oblivion. The whole works of them. We've had about enough left communists, whatever you SJWs, to last us a lifetime. Now we see exactly what it would be like. And there ain't a communist state out there that's doing well that would fail. That includes China, for those who want to use it as an example. Anyways, subscribe if you like what I say. Don't subscribe, hit the don't like button if you don't like it, but leave a comment, please, so that way we can have a debate. Because if you're going to hit the don't like button and write nothing, don't mean that. Okay, everybody have a good day. We'll talk to you later. And remember, down with the freaking Liberals.